A Trader Joe's store in Southeast Portland is set to reopen tomorrow after it closed due to an asbestos exposure. The store is on Cesar Chavez Boulevard. It suddenly closed in early March after someone reported to DEQ possible asbestos in the store, exposed during a renovation project, which began in mid-February. DEQ tells Fox 12 they stepped in after someone from the EPA also reported the exposure. The person from the EPA took several videos of customers walking over black adhesive on the floor, which later tested positive for asbestos. Documents showed the store was tested for asbestos twice before the renovation project began, but those tests came back negative. Asbestos is an insulating material once widely used in construction, and it's a known carcinogen. When inhaled, it can cause deadly diseases like lung cancer and mesothelioma.